Hi everyone, hope you're doing fine. This is Emerin Hilda Nachimende again. So, this week we are simply going to talk about God's plans over human plans. Yes, as we all know, God has plans for each one of us, plans to prosper and not to perish. However, as human beings, we also have plans for ourselves. At least we think we have plans for ourselves. And also, other people in our lives also think they have plans for us. Some of these plans are good and some are not that good. But guess what? God's plan is the overall plan that we all end up following. So, in the scripture, we are going to relate this to Joseph's story in Genesis chapter Genesis chapter 37 to about 39 around that. We're going to relate this entire talk to Genesis, to the story in Genesis about Joseph. So Joseph was Jacob or Israel's son, one of the youngest sons, and he was highly favored by his dad, his father. His father Jacob loved him a lot. So Joseph was a dreamer. He used to dream big. He used to dream big, and whenever he would dream, just like most of us, you go and tell other people, "Oh my God, I had this dream." Personally, I always tell people, and so for Joseph's side, the first time he dreamt, he went and told his brothers, and the brothers were like, brothers didn't like him because first of all, he was their dad's favorite, and second of all, now he started dreaming these dreams. He's like the among the youngest kids, and his dreams insinuate that we are all going to bow to him, that he's going to lead us. So the brothers were not happy. Then the second time he dreamed, this time even his dad was not happy because his dad questions him and asks him, "Do you mean me, your mother, and your brothers are all going to bow to you?" So they brushed off his dreams. But he was positive. He just continued living his life and what. So we see that his brothers later on plot evil towards him. They plot to kill him. But his other brother, Benjamin, um, plots like decides to, he loves his brother as much also, so he decides not to go through with the plan. So let's see. Humans, his brothers, planned to destroy him, planned to kill him. Then, when they reached the time of killing him, when the father sent him to them to deliver food and they reached the time of killing him, they changed their minds and they were like, of course, convinced by their other brother, they were like, okay, let's not kill him. After all, he's our brother. Let's just sell him off and tell our dad that he has died. And that's what they did. So Benjamin was like, I'll go back and rescue him from wherever we've dumped him or something. But guess what? God had other plans. So these guys thought they had destroyed Joseph's dreams. They had tarnished him. Like that was the end of his story. Like in fact, in the Bible, we see that they are like, let's see what his dreams will amount to then. Well, God had huge plans for Joseph, because when they do that, he's sold off, and then by the time his brother comes to rescue him or something, they've already taken him away. So he was not rescued. He continues. They sell him to Egypt. When they sell him to Egypt, that's where his story begins. He first of all suffers. First of all, he gets favored. He gets favored. He is blessed. In fact, the person that buys him, his master, gets so many blessings. We see in chapter 39, verse 2 to 6. His master is blessed just because of having him around. So his blessings spread. We see from this that God can actually favor you and favor the people around you. So when you're praying for your favor, also pray for the favor around the people around you, so that they are favored enough. Their favor can, can influence you also. Anyway, so his master was prosperous, it was blessed just because of having Joseph around and just because of loving Joseph. Okay, fast forward, Joseph now goes to work in the king's palace, Pharaoh, and when he goes there, Pharaoh's wife, or the queen, Pharaoh's wife, starts to seduce him, but Joseph sticks to his morals. He refuses, he declines the offers every time. Then she plots, we see that later, she plots to seduce him now, like more intensely, because he goes to the palace and everyone is away apart from the two of them. And when he runs off, leaving her, he leaves behind his coat or something like that. And that's what she uses to accuse him that he was the one trying to seduce her. So he's arrested. So as humans, we see all this. Oh my God, he has suffered. He was sold off as a slave now by his own brothers. Now he's arrested. Now he's this. We see this as all trouble. But guess what? It is all part of God's plan. Because when he's arrested, he goes to when he goes to the prisons, he's favored. Remember, he has God's favor all over him. So he's favored even in the prisons. He becomes the head of prisoners. Then, after some time, they bring in the chief cupbearer and chief baker from the palace. Those two annoyed the king, so he threw them in jail also. And they dream. When they dream, they want someone to help them interpret, but they're puzzled because they don't know who is going to interpret for them. And Joseph helps them. But from this small part of the story, we learn that whatever you achieve, or whatever you can do, please don't forget to honor God in it. Because when they were puzzled on who is going to help them interpret, Joseph asked them, don't all dreams come from God? And isn't God the one that gives interpretations? So he did not take all this pride in by himself, all the credit. No, he gave the credit to God. Let's also all learn to always give credit to God. So he interprets the dreams, and after 3 days, both their dreams come true. He asks the chief cupbearer to remember him when he's out, when his dream comes true and he goes back to work. Then the cupbearer forgot about him anyway when he got out. But when Pharaoh dreams, and everyone, all those chiefs and what, all those, okay, high priests and all those, fail to interpret his dream, the cupbearer remembers, oh, there is this boy in jail. So they go pick him and he interprets Pharaoh's dream. Pharaoh is so happy. Now God's plan is starting to show. Pharaoh is so happy and gives him the second in command position in Egypt. Can you imagine a foreigner given a second in command position in a foreign country? That is how God can change your status from prisoner to a very high post, from whatever challenge you're facing to a successful post, from whatever you're going through to success, to prosperity, to blessings, to something that you have even never imagined. Because I think even in his widest thoughts, he had never thought that he can be leading all those guys, all those people, entire country. So we see from this story that God has big plans for you. Even when your people around you, your enemies, your whoever, life is hitting you and you're puzzled, God has big plans for you. Everything is just working out to lead to God's big plan for you. So don't give up. Don't give in to temptations, just like Joseph did. He did not give in to temptations. He stuck to his morals. Stick to your spiritual Christianity, spiritual values. God will always come through. God's plan is always bigger than human plans, and everything works out for good. Do not give up on yourself. Do not give up on God's plan. Do not give up on your religion. Do not give up on your spirit. May God bless you. May the same favor that Joseph had be upon you this week. May you be blessed beyond measure. May even your enemies' plans lead to God's plan for you to prosper. That's all I had for this week. May you be blessed. May everything in your life work out for good. Bye-bye. Enjoy your week. Have a blessed one.